It's very simple. If you haven't done this before, if you haven't joined me before, just pick a number between 1 and 5, and I will do a psychic interpretation of the cards for you. These are not normal tarot cards, although at first glance they may appear to be, and unfortunately you can't buy them because a lot of people ask me that. And so these are designs, in fact, that I had made up, but they're impossible to even get the design anymore. So pick a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first number that pops into your mind. And I will start off doing a psychic introduction to the month for you. We'll do the cards and then I'll do a psychic summary at the end. Okay, so I'll just close my eyes now, and I'm looking to see, I've got a picture but I don't know what it is. I'm looking to see what the energy is for the month of November for the YouTube visitors watching right now. Okay, I can see it now. So it started off as I was looking at this deep crack or abyss in the earth, and I'm thinking, what is that? What is that? And then very slowly I sort of zoomed out and I could see it's actually home-baked bread. But I was looking at the crack between, you know how it has those sort of two pillows on top in the old days. Now if you make your own bread you'll have one pillow, but in, you know, maybe in the 1960s you could buy bread and it had like two pillows with a crack in the middle. That's what I was looking at. So this brings to mind my very first association is breasts, of course, because it's like this bit down here. It could also be mountains. Okay, so but whichever, it's definitely a feeling of nurturing. So nurturing coming across in November. With the mountains there, typically that means spiritual challenges that can often be physical as well. Because I don't know if you've ever been, you know, like bushwalking or trekking up mountains. I have. It's hard. It is physically very demanding. And your reward when you get to the top is the fact that you've known you've made it to the top, and the view that you get there. You get the big picture view. So there's a bigger picture coming in November, and you're going to have more insight and more awareness around your situation or whatever it is that you've been thinking about. So I would say this month the emphasis is on self-care. Okay, if you haven't got somebody that's nurturing you or somebody that, you know, looking after you, then you need to do it yourself. And proper self-care, and that includes your diet. Okay, so maybe cut down where you can, you know, things like fried foods, give them a bit of a miss. Sweet things, white things, anything white, Oprah says, and she means like sugar, bread, potatoes, that sort of thing. And of course alcohol and anything else, maybe wheat, rye, barley and oat products. So this is about superlative self-care, where you are looking after yourself in November. Down here in the southern hemisphere, we're in spring, so it's a great time to do a spring detox on your body. Maybe you've already been doing that in your home, cleaning out closets and things like that, and maybe divesting yourself of things that you no longer use or need. It's time to do that in your body. Okay. All right, let's go to the cards now and see what we can see for the month of November. So I like to use different sorts of things. So this is the eye of Horus here, the all-seeing eye. Okay, and I've popped that there. I figure that you know it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, so going for card number 1, if you've picked card number 1 for the month of November 2019, and we'll see what we come up with. Yeah, so even before I pick the card, I've got my eyes closed. I see a ladder, climbing a ladder. There's always success at the top of the ladder, the ladder to success. If it was failure, you'd be going down, but in this case, we're going up, which is good news. Okay, and the first card is the Five of Pentacles. You may have had a situation recently that was very disappointing around finances. Okay, some money may have been taken away from you in some way. If you're working for tips, your tips might have gone down. Your overtime might have gone down. Things are more expensive, and there's been some issue around money. It could also be physical possessions. Maybe something has been lost or stolen. Pentacles are just about the physical world. So money and physical possessions. But although this has happened, you've probably been thinking about it, and there's more thinking about it first week of November, and going across November, but it gets lighter and lighter, of course. Please watch your spending in November. Okay, do a budget and stick to it. Cut down, consume less. Do you really need to buy that extra pair of shoes? I know it's important to have a colour that matches your dress or whatever. I know, I am a Libran, I know. However, we have to be practical, and in November you are being called to watch how you consume, and think about the earth too, in terms of how much we consume, especially in Western countries, the US, the UK, Australia, not so much New Zealand, but still there. Think about all the things we buy. Do we really need them? Okay, so ask yourself before you spend. Be careful of your finances in November if you've picked card number 1. Okay, card number 2. Okay, I'm looking at a blue and white rope that's hanging from a ceiling. And there's one of those cane chairs, I've forgotten what they're called, but they hang from the ceiling. And it's there's a woman sitting in this cane chair. Right. She's painting her nails. So there might be a focus, if you pick card number 2, on beauty this month. This is the number I actually picked. And this one jumps out. It's the King of Wands. This is fiery, inspirational energy, getting really turned on to the idea of what you create. You can see here in the background there's some sunflowers for happiness, insight, awareness. There's green here, which is all about opportunity and even financial success associated with green. Red for action. Yellow here for the solar plexus, credibility, authority, taking control of your life and being responsible. This is like the upside of the father energy of stability, security, being able to take care of yourself. There's a lizard down here on the ground. The king has his feet on the ground. He's grounded in practical reality. Okay, so this is all about balancing the fiery, inspirational, motivational type energy, and taking action, but getting it all together. So it's a very creative time if you've picked number 2, that could lead to success across November. So lucky for me, I picked that. That's good. That's card number 2. Okay. Alrighty, so card number 3, I've got the moon here in front of me, and it is a waxing moon, so that means it's on the increase. So this is a great time for planting seeds, strategizing, planning, whatever, especially if you're in like small business, planning promotions, campaigns, marketing, anything that you want to increase. All right, now let's come up with the card that we need for November 2019 for number 3. All right, Page of Wands. Okay, so again, very fiery, inspirational sort of energy. You could hear news about some creative plan or project. There could be travel. You might be thinking about going away. See those pyramids in the background. But typically they stand for chakras in your body. So it's about your chakras, one or more of your chakras opening up to release some energy to you that you can express to the world. Because look at this blue bow tie here, which is all about self-expression. And then the green here of opportunity and growth. So becoming freer in your body, and your body opening up, releasing some energy so that you can achieve what you want to do, okay? But there's action to be taken with it. So it's again, it's the fiery motivational energy. Could be around travel, but more likely around healing, release, emotional expression, okay? It's similar to this, but not quite as powerful. This is in sort of your everyday life. It's not necessarily like a big deal, okay? So number 4 for the month of November 2019. Alrighty, so I see a door opening up there. So this is like another opportunity or a decision to be made which path you will go, okay? They're now showing me sort of flowing water, which is emotions. It could be a bit of an emotional time in November for you, but then I see, because this water is a little bit dark or murky, but then I see the more it runs, the clearer it gets, okay? So a bit of an emotional clean out. I get the sense of the moon around it, so it could be on around the full moon time in November. All right, going now for card number 4, and that one jumps out. It's Temperance. This is all about balance in your life, balancing up everything, you know, all of the opposites. So if you are feeling emotional, do pay attention to your physical world as well. It's a great time to be walking in the morning. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's fall, so it's not freezing, hopefully, unless you live very far north. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, obviously it's spring. So to maintain balance in your life, walking is excellent. Keeps your feet on the ground. If you've got a dog, that is fantastic. Take your dog for a walk, because dogs have 4 feet and they're all on the ground, generally speaking. And so that can help, that groundedness can help you. A dog can help you be more grounded, okay? Especially if you've got any sort of psychic ability at all, or you're very sensitive. It's really good to walk on the earth. And if you can take your shoes off, obviously you have to be careful where you walk, but if you can take your shoes off and be in touch with the actual earth, that is also helpful. So this is about balancing up spirituality, physicality, emotions, and also your mind. Because the mind has a tendency to want to try and take over and control everything. So it's very important every day to leave a little bit of space where you just sit and don't think. And I know that's a pretty simple sentence, but in reality, it's very hard for a lot of people not to think, okay? So it's your mind. You've got to, you know, say, well, okay, I'm not going to be a slave to my mind or a slave to anything else. I'm not going to be a slave to my emotions or to my physical circumstances either. This card, Temperance, in November is excellent for you, you know, to find the right balance in your life, action, There's opportunities here. There's the heart chakra, the green of the heart chakra and the blue of the throat chakra, and the beautiful emotions running clear. Okay, there we go. That's for card number 4. Now, card number 5, just looking to see, I've got a big expanse in front of me. I get the sense, I'm not sure what this is about yet, I get the sense of ancient Rome around the edges, but then there's a big expanse. It's like letting go of the past or something. Maybe you don't have Italian or Roman heritage in your bloodline, but perhaps you have a past life there. But I'm seeing the chariots, I'm seeing that, you know, the armies riding out to war, and, you know, all of the foot soldiers, and there's a great sense of power and, you know, maybe even domination with it. But then there's this huge expanse. So letting go, I feel this is like letting go of some old kind of idea or concept, you know, because Rome really did set us up with the law and money and this whole, all these systems, you know, Rome set us up with, and that's what our Western society today is built upon. And then this great expanse into space that I'm seeing. So I feel like this is like letting go of some old belief systems that are, you know, go back thousands of years. This could be on your DNA, but not necessarily. Okay, I'm not sure where it is, but that's what I'm seeing. Let's see what the cards say about it, because in my little vision just then, I see the whole of space opening up, you know, which is spirit. And so there's so much more. Freedom. The key word is freedom. Okay, freedom from Roman rule, in fact. All right. We come up with the 8 of Pentacles. This is beautiful if you're in business for yourself. It's also about making money from good work, success from your creativity. There's a definite spiritual element with this. There's something very wholesome about making something from scratch, or, you know, preparing something, getting something ready. It could be, you know, writing, it could be doing YouTube live streams, could be anything, but something that you can make money from. And it's definitely got a wholesomeness to it. The blue here, which is about expression, the red, which is about action. You can see these gold coins on the side. Pentacles are about physicality, possessions, and often money. You can see here she's building something, she's making something, engraving probably, or metal smithing out. If your name is Smith, this will have particular significance, because the name Smith obviously refers to metal smith, blacksmith, silversmith, and the spiritual and creative elements of your hard physical work. Okay, so if you've been experiencing any sorts of financial issues in November through your own work and creativity, you can definitely ease the situation. All right, so that's the cards for the month. And now I will do a little psychic summary for everybody. Okay, November 2019, I'm seeing steps as soon as I close my eyes. You know, these things are not going to be handed to us. We have to take the appropriate action and the appropriate steps to make things happen. Okay, they're also showing me like secret little cupboards and things hidden away. There's a little monster or something in a cupboard. I'm laughing, but it'll probably give you a fright if you actually saw this. There's something down there that needs to be released, and it's just an old energy, maybe an entity of some description, and you can just ask it to go. I'll ask them to go now for all of you, releasing all of the blocked energies and entities, aliens, entities, archetypes from the past, across all space, all time, all dimensions, and letting them all go. Yeah, I've got, now I can see like ancient tribes people and you know, dancing. These things have been around for millennia, and you know, we don't need to carry them. It's, you know, it's it's enough that we just run our own lives without carrying all these extra visitors. So not necessary to carry visitors, and you can say thank you for everything that you've taught me, and now it's time to move on. If you've been watching, I hope that all makes sense to you. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. They are the numbers and the cards for the month of November. So I'll probably end up doing this probably mid-month or something around the time of the horoscopes, get myself into the flows so you'll know what the vibe is for the following month. Thanks so much for listening today, and please like this, subscribe, and click the notification bell for updates, and sharing this would really help me out too. Okay, I'm really appreciative of your views at the moment. Thank you. Okay, thanks so much, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.